Hi, Uncle. How are you?
Hi.
How are
Morning to
you?
you, morning to you.
Good morning to you as well. So we have Mr. Chandana Amaratunga once again with us on RevMatch SL. Today again with another lovely classic car. This is also built as a lightweight military vehicle. I don't know if any of you knew that, but it's very interesting. And now this what we're looking at here is a civilian version. It's known as the Mini Moke, and Uncle Chandana is the proud owner of this car. It looks in mint condition and we are excited to be driving it as well. So Uncle, tell us a bit about the car.
Yeah, actually, being collecting of classic cars, this is my second classic that I possessed after my Volkswagen Beetle. And well, this is a 1967 model Austin Mini Moke,
Right,
because you get Austins and the Morris. And it had been imported to Sri Lanka in 1967
right.
on those so-called agriculture permits. Right, they were mainly used in the estates as well,
Right.
and people who had plantations.
Yeah,
And I got possession of it in 2017.
yes, right.
And of course, the actual owner of the car is my daughter, Shivani.
Yes, we
So
do know that.
although I drive it around.
Yeah,
So actually, I spent a little bit of money, bringing the car up to its original specs and
Yeah.
all that.
yeah,
And of course, if you look at all the fittings,
Yeah.
even at the rear,
yeah,
the three lights,
yeah,
right? Actually, very few Mini Mokes have the perfect positioning of the three lights. If you look at quite a few of the Mokes in this country, either they have two or not, but anyway, it is up to the proper lights of a Mini
Yeah,
Moke and
yeah.
the number plates and all that.
yeah.
And well, I enjoy driving it for all our Sunday runs and whatever the classic car enthusiasts call me. I'm there
Yeah.
with my daughter, but unfortunately today
Yeah,
she's out of Colombo.
yeah,
Right, and well, that is what I have to say about the car.
Yeah.
Of course, I did restore it. It took about a while
Yeah.
to restore it,
yeah,
and of course the color is spruce green,
yes.
and
Spruce green.
that's about all about
awesome.
yeah.
So, Uncle, I think you're a big fan of convertibles. Do you open this canopy and
Yes.
drive as well?
Yes, I do.
Nice. And I think the feeling you get while doing that is unmatched compared to maybe most of the modern cars. I think the driving feel is totally different. I mean, it's quite low to the ground as well.
Yeah, and the beat, I got
The beat, the beat.
organized correctly.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's a very pleasant car. Looking forward to driving this, and you might see more of the interior and the exterior, which is in brilliant condition in our video shortly. But anything else, Uncle, you want to say to anyone who wants to get into Mini Mokes? Anything that they should be mindful of?
Yeah, mindfully that there are very few original Mokes in
Right.
this country, so you have
Right.
to just check the pedigrees of the car
Yes.
when you buy it. So I of course check the pedigree before I purchased it.
Correct.
And knowing the car has been owned by an industrialist many years ago who has been in the plantation. So
Right.
that's how I knew, because I went back to the 1967
Right.
and checked up all the owners from the beginning. So
Awesome.
I know that it has been an original Mini Moke.
Brilliant. So I think that's a quick snapshot of this car. Ashrak, let's go for a drive, and a very big thank you to you,
Alright,
Uncle
Mahen.
Chandana, as
Alright.
always.
Thank you, Ashraf.
Awesome. Okay, so here we are in the Mini Moke. Ashrak's behind the wheel.
And it's quite a driving experience, Mahen.
Yeah.
Quite an experience. I mean, you're very exposed. You see, not too low down, very upright actually.
Yeah.
You've got an interesting driving position here where your knees have to be bent.
Yeah.
And you've also got, no power steering, non-assisted brakes.
Yeah.
You've got a very eager engine, Mahen. I mean, this engine has got a lot of torque, I feel. It's a 1000cc unit you'll find in a Mini.
Yeah.
Well, this is basically a Mini.
Yes.
So you've got that 1000cc carbureted engine. You've got a 4-speed gearbox.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, this vehicle is very pleasant to drive, We are surrounded by Leyland buses here. And yes, that is a little bit intimidating because this is a small vehicle.
Yeah, it is a small vehicle, and actually, the proud owner of this car is Shivani Amaratunga, Uncle Chandana's daughter. But since she's out of Colombo today, Uncle Chandana is the owner, official owner. Yeah,
You can see him smiling in the back seat there.
yeah,
Same smile he had on his face when he was driving the car for our rolling shots.
Yeah.
And I can understand why, Mahen. I mean, having a ball of a time at less than 30 miles per hour. That's about 50 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
And we are in third gear. And this engine has so much more to give. I mean, if I just quickly put my foot down now, like that,
Yeah.
you can feel it urge on,
Yeah.
And I think that's because of the light weight of this vehicle. It is an incredibly lightweight vehicle, if I'm not mistaken.
And you brought up a great point there, Ashok. I mean, these cars can be enjoyed at slower speeds. It's much more safer that way as well. And the thrill you get is just unmatched. I mean, even Uncle Chandana's MG we drove, that was like so fun. You would have seen our faces in that video. Maybe we can show our viewers a bit of a small clip on that as well. But
Yeah, we should.
that too was like amazing. Like with the roof open, the top down, amazing. I mean, you can do the same thing in this car as well, I think.
Yep, you can remove the top of this car.
Yeah.
I did see the nuts and things for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And Uncle Chandana very kindly asked if we'd like to have the roof off, but
Yeah.
I counted about 12 nuts that would need to be removed. So, well, I didn't want to torture him with having to remove all those and then put them back again, Mahen.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's about me.
yeah, and we're a little exposed to the noise because this car doesn't have doors and it's open and it's great. So we are talking a little loud here. I hope the clarity is quite okay.
But there's one thing, Mahen, I wonder if you have noticed, and that is the side pods of this vehicle
Yeah.
are quite thick. I mean, there is a fair bit you've got to climb over here when you to get into the vehicle.
Yeah,
And let me just.
okay, we're good. Awesome. I think Ashok, you've got the hang of driving this car. Okay, so Ashok's loading it now.
And you can see how much fun that was, Mahen.
Yeah.
But we would have reached about 60 kilometers per hour at most.
Yes.
Whereas in some of the modern cars that we have tested, the more powerful ones,
Yeah.
you just breathe on the throttle and you're at 60, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in this car, getting there is an experience, and that's what makes classic cars like this all the more engaging to drive.
For sure.
Because you get to really enjoy the sound of the engine, the smell,
Yeah.
the sensation of shifting through the gears.
For
In
sure.
a modern car, you had 16 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in this,
Yeah.
it's a lot more fun. It makes driving seem a lot more,
Yeah.
And now, Mahen, the mirrors are tiny, I must say here. These mirrors are absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that because I can just do this. I
That
can
is
just
true.
turn my head and I can see, and that's incredible safety for you because
Okay, the light's red now.
yep, let's stop for this red light and I
Yeah.
can see everyone who's around me. We've got a very nice Jeep on this side. We've
Yeah.
got a Wagoner on that side. So
Ah,
much.
thanks, man.
Likewise to yours.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just admiring it from behind.
See you guys. Bye. You must be getting a lot of that, uncle.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure, man. So I think those are the small things about classic cars that make them interesting as well, Ashok. I mean,
Exactly.
you need to be mindful of what the car is doing, what you're doing with the car, and
you have to monitor the
yeah,
car
it will take care of you if you take care of it, right, Ashok?
Yep, pretty much. And now what we're doing is cruising at a steady speed in a low RPM so that we can get some airflow through the hill and into the
Yes,
fan.
yes. And
But otherwise everything's okay. I can see the temperature meter is reducing again a bit.
yeah,
And that's another thing I must point out about this car and the way Uncle Chandana has looked after it, Mahen.
yes,
All the gauges work and everything's, in just like, on the MG, here also all the gauges work, everything's functional, It feels like a complete classic, you know what I mean?
that is true.
I mean, sometimes you see classic cars where there is something not working or something not quite there, but you can even see the blinking orange light that shows that I'm indicating left.
Exactly.
So, I mean, all those little touches are what, really makes a classic car get elevated to the next level.
For sure.
And massive salute to you, Uncle Chandana, for keeping the car in this condition because
Thank you.
it's easy to forget
Share all your comments.
And yeah, I think
I've been driven today. The rear seat.
that's probably strange for you, right? And how does it feel over there, uncle?
Good, I'm fine.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's quite spacious for a small car, to be honest.
No, it has
And it's a four-seater. Yeah.
This has a longer wheelbase than the Mini, right?
Yeah.
So I think Angal has different formats in terms of seating layout. He has a classic car with 2 seats only, classic car with 4 seats as well, and another one, no?
A very old car as well. The
Yeah,
Volkswagen Beetle is
the
almost
Beetle also.
70 years old
yeah,
now.
yeah. I think very tasteful selection of cars, to be honest. I think
you.
Personally, I would love to own all of those cars, maybe in the
Okay.
future at some point. And I think my Ashrak, like I told you, my first classic I have in mind is a Beetle. So hopefully,
told me, yes,
yeah,
yes.
sometime.
What would
in the
even be
future.
more awesome is if you can track down the Beetle that you said your family had at some
Yes,
point.
yes, the green one. I need to figure out what the number plate was.
You
on
know what?
that,
When we
etc.
do that,
Yeah.
let's reach out to our viewers there.
Yeah.
Mahen will figure out what the number of that family Beetle of his was.
Yes.
And then we're gonna put it out to you, dear viewers.
Yeah.
See if you can find Mahen's old family car.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good. I did find a Beetle for one of my friends, his father's car.
Okay, you are recruited
So,
as well.
yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
So you can keep looking for these cars because I know it's possible.
Yeah.
And maybe you can tell the Volkswagen Beetle Owners Club as
Correct,
well.
true,
They will also be able to.
We just need to find the number of that
Yes,
car.
yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
main thing is the number.
Yeah.
So now it's time for Mahen to get behind the wheel.
Yay.
So,
Okay, Ashok.
Give me the
You
camera.
can take it while it's like
Really,
rolling.
yeah.
Then we
What
can
I'm
do
going
it
to do is I'm
on-
going to get out from
Ah,
here.
okay.
And then
Great.
viewers can see how easy it is. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fun. Perfect. Okay.
I'll just come back here.
Yeah.
Very broad side pod.
Okay. Awesome. So Ashok, I'm going to give you the
Give me the
mic
mic,
holding
yes.
duties as well.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
So that's
rearrange.
first.
Yep.
Second.
Third is a bit more like it's
Like
little
here?
into. Yeah, it's into your leg a bit.
Yeah. And
Apologies for that,
No,
viewers. I'm
no fuss.
suffering from
no.
the viral flu.
Yeah, I think all of us caught that at some point.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah.
Stay safe, stay healthy out there.
Yeah.
One way to
Okay.
stay healthy is to drive cars.
Awesome. The sound of the engine is amazing. Okay. The clutch comes a little bit high, no, uncle?
Yeah.
Up like some.
So,
Okay.
first is right down, left and right down.
Yeah.
Yeah, clutch is a little high and there is a defined bite point like Mahen, like
Right.
there we
got
go.
it.
How are your mirrors? You need the-
Mirrors are okay.
Hey, there's a Miata going there.
Nice. Okay.
You need any mirror adjustments on this side? Let me know.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Just give me a few seconds to get used to the car.
worries,
and
no
then,
worries.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Don't worry, stay in second. Just get a feel for the brakes, bro.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and so we
One
are
second.
away, and Mahen is. It's always good to get acclimatized
Yeah.
with any car you get into.
Yeah.
You know, not just, it may be a classic or a modern car. Don't just get in there, engage,
Yeah.
drive, and smash the gas pedal to the floor. No, bro, it's fine. You go at a slow speed, and you get accustomed to the car.
Yeah.
Huh? And about
Visibility is fantastic, look.
Yeah.
As you can see, viewers, there seems to be a nice match happening here at SSC or thereabouts. We could hear a proper band and all that. See, that's the other thing about driving a car like this, Mahen, and I'm not going to fault you for not talking too much because
Yeah.
you're getting used to the car, but that's the other thing. You can hear what's happening around you.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to make sure that I get my third gear right.
Basically, once you have, when you're ready to change to third, just when you dip the clutch,
Yeah.
bring the gear lever into neutral and all the way into your leg. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, on the temp, right.
Temp is fine because we've got the fan going now anyway. So we are okay, we are good to go.
Right. So maybe Ashok, once we get on to the stretch down Independence, we can
Yeah.
we can start like properly.
We can do a proper this thing then.
Yeah.
These can be like the bloopers.
Yeah.
Horn is on the edge here. Right, that's the horn. On the tip of the indicator stalk, it's It's okay, bro. It's okay. I'll just signal that we're going left.
Uncle, I'll leave the wipers like this.
Oh, yeah.
For now.
Yes, you got it. No, that's what I meant. You kind of have to get third, you have to dig it into your legs. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm driving this brilliant mini Moke. It's in spruce green. Very nice color. This is not the British racing green that we thought it was.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
We should make a
it's-
distinction to our viewers about
Yes,
that.
that
And
is
yes, I can kind of see the spruce fir tree kind of this thing influence behind the color.
Yes.
And it's a very nice color to have as well,
That's
isn't
true.
it? Very
Oh, this
natural. Very
It's an
natural.
amazing engine, Ashok. This is a 1000cc and like you said, it's very torquey, Ashok.
Yeah, I mean, you just, third
Yeah.
gear is enough for most driving duties, isn't it, Mahen?
Yes. And we got some.
So then let's, at the traffic light, we'll take a right. No,
At the traffic light?
no at this junction here, we'll take a right.
Right. Okay.
Unless you, oh no, what you can do is, okay, take a left and take a right there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, take a
And
left
go-
here
left and
and
right.
immediately cut across there on the right there.
Okay. You mean that road?
That road
straight
is where the black that cars are coming out of.
I mean, again, Ashok, big thank you to Uncle Chandra, knowing that, we are not familiar with this car, but still allowing us to drive it.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it, Uncle. We really appreciate it.
I think we should also say that he's a pretty cool guy. He's got an amazing classic car, not such a model car collection as well
Yes.
at his house.
Yes.
And he's also into model trains like me.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
another craze, right?
Yeah, and waiting for a date with Ashfaq.
Yeah, he is.
On my model train.
Yeah. As soon as my little daughter is born,
Ah.
Uncle Chandra has been given an invitation to come to my place and play with the trains.
Awesome.
Because he's got an amazing collection as well, Mahen.
Yes.
Sometime maybe we'll show sneak previews of that on the channel.
For sure, for
What's
sure.
going on? It's very interesting that these car people are into some hobbies like this, like model cars as well.
know,
And
right?
are you into watchers, Uncle Chandra?
Not really. A little bit.
little bit. Okay, go left, Mahen.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have directed you
No
there.
first. No first. No
This,
first.
but yeah, there is a confluence between classic and modern car enthusiasts and model cars and watchers. It's like
Yeah.
they're all expensive hobbies, but at least they're hobbies that won't get you into health problems.
Totally.
I mean, there's that famous saying, right, Mahen? Teach
Yeah.
your kids and get them into cars, and you will never have to worry about them doing drugs.
Yeah, that is true, Ashok. What do we do from here? Go
From
straight?
here, we go left again,
We go
down
left, yeah.
Gregory's Road.
Okay.
You're doing fine. You're
Yeah,
doing great.
awesome.
Now you've got the
No,
hang of
I'm
it.
actually really loving the drive, Ashok, as usual. Every classic car I get into, even the MG. It took me a while to get used to first, but then after that, I just didn't want to get out of it. And I'm feeling the same in this car as well, Ashok.
It's awesome, isn't
Yes.
it, Mahen? I mean, this is see how open and free it is that neither of us are sweating. Have you realized? Even though it's a hot day.
And that's a good point you brought up, Ashok. This is quite open and very nice to drive.
Yep.
It's a lovely Saturday morning,
Just to
Ashok.
give our viewers an idea, I can show all three occupants in the car right now like that with our camera.
Yeah.
Because I can just extend the camera out, and the open nature of the car is such that you don't have doors. You have these broad side ports that we talked about earlier.
Yes.
And at least that gives you a bit of separation. I mean, there's more separation between you fun, isn't it?
I am Ashok. So, yeah, I think the character about these cars is also something that I really like.
We'll
and
go
find
right from
interesting. Yeah, Ashok. So, every chance I get to drive a classic is a happy day for me, and I think a happy day for you as well. No
Of
doubt
course,
about it.
definitely.
Yeah. So, compared to modern cars, Ashok, the character of these classic cars, is something that you can't really, describe in words sometimes. It's something you feel. And
I
you
think
just
that's,
need to drive a car like this to know what it feels like,
I
right?
think, Mahen, that's because a classic car kind of makes you work for it, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you've got to use your strength on the steering, on the
Yes.
brakes. You've got to listen
Yeah.
for the engine. You've got to be mindful of the
Yeah.
temperatures. You've got to monitor your
You have to respect
certain
them.
parameters, respect the car
Yeah.
exactly. And so it makes you work for it. You
Yeah.
actually put effort into it and you get pleasure.
That is true, Ashok. That is true.
And of course, you've driven some incredibly fun modern cars.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And
those were like
driving-
just sitting in a lounge and driving in.
Yeah, and we're driving this car in Colombo city traffic, and we have no issue with anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's literally, I cannot think of any difficulty right now.
Yeah.
Of course, I suppose if you had to use this car for, say, your daily grind to office, that would be pushing it a bit.
Yeah, but I think you still can do it.
Can be done.
Yeah,
Can
it's
be
just
done.
that, yeah, you can't lock your doors and you don't have doors, right?
Exactly. And also when you get to office, your white shirt might not be quite so white.
Exactly. The smoke
Yeah, without smoke.
and the dust.
Plus no air conditioning, and
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
you need that. But
So,
I mean, this is one of the most airy cars I've seen,
yeah. So maybe Akhil, what we'll do is we'll just go down green path and then
Yeah.
head back.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Have you noticed, Mahen, also that in general people are more tolerant of when they see a classic car on the
Yes,
roads?
that is true.
I mean, our typically impatient drivers. Well, technically they're on the crossing, so yeah. There's something going on here. Something happening at
Here was
the
a
Limpopo.
lot of activity. How do you do it? Bikes, I think. Lower coil and all.
I don't think it's there. Nice.
This is awesome.
It's awesome, isn't it? It really makes you feel like engaged.
It's a beautiful drive. We're driving down green path, lot of greenery, hence the name, green path. And we're in a green car.
Oh yes. I think we are being very eco-friendly today, Mahen.
Totally. I mean, Ashrak, I didn't know until I did some research about this car that this car was also built as a lightweight military vehicle back in the day by the British Motor Corporation. Did you know that? That's kind of the fun fact segment for today.
Oh yes. I had come across that fact, but I had forgotten it until you reminded of it today.
Okay.
And that's true with some other vehicles as well, like famously the Mercedes-Benz G-Class, the original Hummer. Some of those vehicles were initially made as, military vehicles and then made for civilian use. And there's an interesting one from Toyota called the Toyota Mega Cruiser. I
think I've heard of this.
I don't think we have any of those in Sri Lanka, but
It's a quick snapshot of this car. Thank you to you,
Welcome,
Uncle
Mahen.
Chandana, as always.
Thank you, Ashok.
Awesome.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're my appetite. Don't leave me here.